Last time on Fantasy Adventure Machine.
I don't really feel like getting blown up again. We almost had it this time. Come on, guys.
I turn into Sir Tiffany.
Chaos gives Effie another magic bullet.
I snipe the cyborg.
The cyborg goes down. The speech ends in thunderous applause. Well, Miss Effie, I have to say you're a very good shot. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Let's get to bed and try this again tomorrow.
Does anybody else feel really hungry?
So, when last we left our heroes, you had returned to Beth.
Yay!
Now, it's been just a little bit of time. Chaos has been working on cleaning out the listening devices left by Mr. White. And Mr. Mahwini has also been just kind of hanging around.
Oh, he's still
And
here?
I would just like to know...
It's like that weird uncle that just doesn't leave.
Yeah, I would just like to know what you've all been up to during the, let's say, 24 hours since the end of our last adventure.
Let's see.
I think that Shar took a shower / relaxing bath and then asked Effie if she wanted to take a nap in the designated nap room, which is just a room full of mattresses, blankets, and pillows.
Nap room.
Sounds like a fun
great.
room.
Yeah. Zoo definitely had a 13-hour power nap.
In the nap room as well? Did we all sleep in the nap room?
I mean, we might have. That's totally fine. I think we built some kind of blanket fort and
Nice.
tried to ignore that Mr. McWhinney still hadn't left and just left him on the bridge, just looking out into the void.
If they were making a blanket fort, I feel like Shar would have subconsciously built the Capitol building with a little cart and then been like, does someone want to pretend to blow that up? JK,
Yeah, Zoo
I'm
definitely
going to
threw
sleep
pillows at it and made it blow
yes, yes.
up.
Die!
There's definitely some trauma. Every time he tries to go to sleep, he wakes up being blown to smithereens as a small insect with human eyes. That's definitely happening right now.
Shar would keep waking up and be like, where's Ralph? Is Ralph okay? Tell me Ralph's okay.
It's just
Ralph's okay. Ralph's talking to Mr. McWheeny, asking him so many questions. Where are you from? Why can you control time?
I'm from the space between dimensions.
What does that mean?
There
Where are dimensions?
Very long time. Dimensions are states of being, like awake and asleep, but more metaphysical.
Gee whiz, that's kind of confusing.
There's lots of things that are confusing, but mostly humans.
Who's your favorite baseball player?
I like Babe Ruth. Or
Gee whiz!
Bokai.
I like Babe Ruth too.
I joined Shar in the nap room after asking Mr. Mahwini what he thinks about Tuck Everlasting.
Ooh.
I'm just barely starting my investigation into human literature and tropes like heroism. So I really can't give you a good answer.
What's Van Helsing
It
been up
just
to?
seems like you would know about it since your name is Winnie.
I don't know what you're referencing.
Maybe
That was
you're from
actually
the
really
100 Acre Woods.
Ben Helsing has been making good use of the rest.
Are you kidding?
The laser toilets.
This will never be over.
I'm just kidding.
Do you know what? I have another question for Mr. McWhinney.
I'm here to answer all your questions, and maybe some of them will get into the final episode.
Mr. Mahwini, do people have one butt or two butts? Is a butt or two butts?
What?
Effie asking the important questions.
What?
It depends what sort of people you're talking about. Since I asked my old friend, Plato, he said that the Platonic form of butt involved two cheeks. Therefore,
Play-Doh?
Oh, God.
Mr. Mahwini,
To Plato in this.
I have a question.
Yes, Mr. Dr. Van Helsing.
Mr. Doctor?
In your research and experience with time, have you ever met someone who seems to have come from a book?
Wow, our first legitimate question to Mr.
My question was really legitimate. If you lift
My
up your right
questions
butt
were-
cheek, does your left butt cheek follow? No. Therefore, it is 2 butts.
What?
I thought the butt was the glutes. It was like the plural for glutes.
Buttocks.
Well, Mr. Dr. Van Helsing, I'm through many dimensions and many different places that are hard to define. I'd say that maybe some of them are something like a book, but like I said, I am just barely beginning my investigation into human tropes and literature.
Well, I might as well leave you to talk about butts.
I mean, you are a physician. You can weigh in on this.
Where was
Before you go,
Where was
Dr.
that
Van
statement
Helsing,
going?
won't you give us your opinion?
I would be very interested in talking to you about heroism, Mr. Dr. Van Helsing.
No.
But
You
first, I
seem
give
like
my
a
professional
hero.
opinion on the anatomy of the butt.
It is good.
He said the butt. That means one.
While the butt has many parts, it is one singular object.
I'm just waiting for someone to ask to further this conversation with Mr. McWhinney by asking him if he likes big butts.
We have verified that he can't lie.
Well, I cannot lie.
One butt is generally composed of 3 different parts.
Oh, God.
The two...
At that very moment,
Thank God.
chaos runs into the room. All right, guys. I think I got all of the traces of Mr. White's software out of Beth. I think we're totally clean now.
Oh, thank you. We can stop talking about butts. That was just
And-
a cover, right, guys?
And at that moment, Shar, you get a message on your phone from Mr. White.
Oh, great. Is my phone a bug? I just try and look at it so that I'm not actually reading it. Like, I'm swiping down to get the, like, preview of the
You're
image.
trying to
of
leave
the-
him on read?
No, I don't want to even say that I've read it. Like,
Oh,
I just
okay.
want to, like, look at it from the top.
You're trying
Yeah.
to leave him on delivered. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. The message simply says, project is proceeding well, would like to give status update.
Hey guys, I'm a little bit concerned because literally right at the moment that Chaos ran in here, I got this like a little bit suspicious email or a message text from Mr. White, and he says that the project is underway and he wants to give an update, but now I'm kind of suspicious that he wants to give an update as an excuse to like get on the ship and take it from us because we took off his bugs or like put more bugs on. So I don't know. Do you guys think I should just like not even open the message?
Zoo walks in
On your
in
flip phone.
in a onesie.
I like it.
Is it a
Just says
koala onesie?
I heart AUS on it. And he's holding a stuffed kangaroo by the tail. And he just walks in. He's like, Shar, just delete him, for goodness sake. Block him.
But if I do, is he gonna get like suspicious?
So what? We're in the time void.
But what about when we go out of the time void?
Yeah. I don't know.
Zoo,
Zoo-
you're
Zoo
really
is
smart,
definitely
but you're
tired.
also half asleep.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can keep pretending he's our friend and like just meet him in neutral locations, like off of Beth.
I don't even want to leave Beth unprotected.
Yeah, the big question, I guess, kind of like goes like, what is our priority right now? Like, are we trying to still keep the timeline changed and do another whole Groundhog season, or are we like let those chips fall where they may and moving on?
I mean, it sounds like Mr. White kind of has that under control.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it makes sense.
I guess unless we get an update from him. I don't know. What if we... Does Beth have like a detachable little pod that can...
Yeah, but Vic took it.
Ah, Vic!
Yeah.
What about if we just like hail him like they do in Star Trek? Just like have him on the screen.
I don't know. Effie, what do you think I should do?
I think that you should write him a letter and send it in the post.
Oh, that's so smart. Because then he'll, like, know that I, wanted to get back to him. It just took a really long time.
You could just pretend that we had some problems and we were back in time and we couldn't send things technologically.
That is so smart.
Wow, I didn't even know how smart I was being.
Yeah, we could definitely drop a postcard somewhere. I'm sure he could probably find it. I don't know. What time period do you guys want to go to drop a note?
Let's go back to the beginning of this and leave a note for him in the mailbox of the house that his Beth turned into, and he can find it at the very beginning of all this, and then know from then, just to make it confusing.
That sounds like it's going to change the whole season.
That also sounds like you want to go back to Washington, D.C.
That is
No.
what it sounds like.
No. Bad plan.
I mean, I'm here for you guys. Like, if Washington D.C. in the 1900s is what you want, we can keep doing that.
No.
I don't want to go back to Washington, D.C. until there's a Capitol grill there.
I don't want to go back to Washington, D.C. like ever, even in real life. Like, I don't even want to go on a field trip with the kids. Like, just no. I've imagined all I'll ever need to see about Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. is the place where I first cried in a museum because I was so moved by the art. So
Cool.
I like visiting there.
That's a much nicer story.
It is.
All right. We can, like, literally, you have his number. Why don't we just give him a call, pretend everything's fine, dodge stuff, and then decide from then?
Chaos, can you scramble our signal so that he can't, like, trace us or, like, do anything through, like, code or something if we, like, make a call to him?
I mean, I can do my best. We can use Beth's view screen like a hail thing, and I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be able to track us.
All right.
Nah, I'm not gonna take a pretty sure on this.
Oh, come on. I trust Chaos. When does he ever
I
let
know.
us astray?
We
Nope.
take pretty sure
Nope.
of everything.
Chaos
Mr.
is
White
messed
is
up.
surprisingly good at things.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah. How about this? Let's touch down.
Send the
And
text and then immediately leave.
I'm gonna walk like 2 miles away from Beth. Or if we have an electric scooter, I'd rather take that.
We do have an
And-
ostrich.
That's well, I mean, I'd rather not mess with my reproductive capabilities if okay.
Would you like me to 3D print you a burner phone?
You could just 3D print her a
Yes.
scooter.
Well, the burner phone and the scooter, it would be great. But
Surely
also,
Beth
like,
also has fabricators. Like, what?
Yeah,
Do we
Beth
really
at
need
this
to
point
roll?
interrupts because she feels hurt that she wasn't the person you'd go to first for things that need fabrication.
Miss Shaw, I know that you and Miss Effie are inclined towards each other, but I personally believe that my skills are appropriate for this situation, and the fact that you have not come to me is extremely disappointing, and now I'm going to dwell on that for the next 24 hours.
That's all right, Beth. You can do the fabrication. You don't have to do any rolling.
Miss
Yeah,
Effie,
yeah,
you
she
are
still does.
definitely the nicest person I have ever known.
Now Zoo is slightly crestfallen. Just walks off. That's fine. That's fine. Roll resources.
Oh, do I need to?
I
don't
mean,
know.
if Beth is going to fabricate things, yes, you've got resources.
But we've made her fabricate all sorts of chips and snacks without rolling anything.
Yeah,
at
but those
all.
were always for comic relief to bash Zumi in the
This
head.
is for comic relief.
Sure it is. This is serious. I can't believe
It's gonna
that
be
you
the
would
most
think that it's comic
hilarious
relief.
burner phone
This
ever.
game is so serious. Why are you being so comedic? It's so serious.
So serious. Okay. I rolled a +1, and let me pull up a +3 to resources for a burner phone and electric scooter.
All right. You get a burner phone. It is a Nokia. And you get an electric scooter, but it's only half charged.
Mm.
That's fair.
I
That's
think
okay,
one with
guys.
the
I'm a
Nokia,
really
though.
fast runner.
Okay. I'm just going to take us down now. And the ship shudders to a halt in 1997. Ankeny,
Ooh.
Iowa.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Hey!
Wait, haven't we been here
Chaos
before?
is home! Chaos is home!
That makes sense.
It was just the first place I thought of.
Yeah, we haven't thought about it or said it in like a year and a half, but I see how that makes sense. Because it's your home.
Makes
This
sense to
seems
me,
sus.
who is a character inside this. Yes. Who is going to go outside?
Char's gonna go outside.
All right.
I'm
Sure.
going back to bed.
You exit Beth. Beth looks like a squat industrial building covered in graffiti. However,
Nice.
the graffiti is all lines from Shakespeare for no particular reason.
Yes.
I like this person who graffitied all over our Beth.
I would like you to roll physique for me.
Oh.
Well, that's a -1.
Okay, so overall,
Overall -1. I rolled
Oh,
a
okay.
-2 and I have a +1.
you have a coughing fit on the sidewalk as soon as you step outside. The air is very polluted.
Ugh. God. Hello? I'm dying out here. Hello?
One of the men, who looks very harried, reaches down and helps you up, dusts you off. Where do you belong?
I just need to make a phone call.
Company phones are just down the street, 3 blocks that way.
Thank you.
And he goes about his way with doubly quick steps.
Company phones. What the hell?
Yeah.
Are you taking the scooter?
Yes, I am. Well, actually, Char's gonna look around and wants to try and see if, like, the scooter would stand out as abnormal.
People are mostly walking. You see more in the ways of large, kind of like passenger vans that people are using for transportation, and not too much in the way of independent vehicles. There are a few that drive by and everyone gives them a wide berth. The streets are a little bit on the small side.
Small. Char takes the electric scooter and tries to find, like, some back alleys, whatever is least used by people.
Okay. You take the electric scooter and head down the alley next to Beth. There's a fair amount of garbage here. You'll also notice as you go that there is a lot of scrawled graffiti in Chinese, and a number of the discarded papers on the street have Chinese characters as well as English letters. Of particular note, you see papers that say the Tysontown Gazette as the top line. And after going through some of these alleys, you see a few people who keep their heads away from you and move past. There are some that stare after you. You hear a couple of wolf whistles, but no aggressive action. And you get 2 miles away.
Char texts Mr. White on the burner phone and says, "New phone. What's the stat on project? Question mark. Smiley face emoji. Smiley face emoji. Star emoji."
You get back the most neutral smile emoji that you can possibly
The
get.
one looks like that looks like it's dying a little bit inside.
Just a little bit on the inside. As a single text, and then project is complete, open immigration guaranteed for America. Your assistance, thankful.
Char texts back, cool. So is this goodbye?
If you require my expertise in another matter of changing the timeline, you may contact me at this number. I have no further work for you at this time, but will contact you should it prove necessary.
She writes back just the okay hand emoji 3 times and then drops the burner phone in whatever garbage can is nearest and takes off back towards Beth.
All right. Behind you, you hear someone digging around for the burner phone in the garbage. You get back to Beth with no problems.
I want to say that as I scooter in front of Beth, I drift really cool and then flip my hair over my shoulder, and I say to myself, I hope that Effie saw that. And then Shar goes inside and she tells everyone the messages that she got from Mr. White and that she threw away the burner phone.
Well, this sounds enormously successful. Well done, heroes.
Yeah, this place seems like kind of creepy, guys. Like, really creepy. Chaos.
I mean, it's Ankney. I don't know what you expected. It's kind of like a hellscape, you know, brah?
You know, Chaos, honestly, I don't know what I expected when it's a place that you came from.
Guys, should we like evaluate what happened to the timeline, or are we just like good to let whatever this is just be it?
I mean, Chaos, was Ankeny, Iowa kind of like slums?
Like 1984 with the proletariat?
We didn't have like a super big hot topic, you know? So it's kind of like the slums.
Hey, Beth, could you do us a favor? I don't know if you can actually even do this, but is there a way for you to run like
I will do anything for you, Zoomin.
All right. We'll talk about that later, but is there a way that we could run like some kind of parallel analysis between what we had and what we have now as like potential future and see, you know, the cost to loss analysis here?
I would like to know the rate of human freedom. There's a website that does that for countries. I feel like we should be able to do it for timelines.
Okay. Beth and I have actually been working on a system to try this out. Let's boot it up.
Have you ever seen the movie Newsies?
Yes, of course.
You know how the Newsies won because they went on strike, and then no one would distribute the newspapers, and then it was happy and everyone loved Jack Kelly, and it was wonderful.
Yes, he got to go to Santa Fe, but then he didn't go to Santa Fe.
Yes, he came back and kissed a girl named Sarah and fulfilled Sarah's dreams throughout the world. It was wonderful. So that couldn't happen anymore because instead of strikes being successful, they were unsuccessful because they could bring in, you know, what that movie called scabbers or scabs. People that would come and do the thing for the pay that was already being paid because they were eitherwise unemployed or unable to seek better pay employment. And so all in all, that created a lot of chaos, and then labor unions were less successful, and la-di-da, we've come to the point where now a lot of areas are run by corporations, which there are definitely some uncorrupt corporations, but I have to say that there are also some corrupt corporations. There's a lot of red in my vision that is a sign for bad.
This seems concerning. I would like Jack Kelly to win.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like we did a good thing. What do y'all reckon? Should we try and fix it? Do we...
I'll be honest, everyone. The utopia that I envisioned was definitely not capitalism.
Beth and I could theoretically try and find another flashpoint where things changed. Maybe...
Do we just, like, go back in time and just, like, shoot Horus Page or...
Oh my gosh.
Snuff out Mr. White?
My friends, did you make a whoopsie doodle?
Oh no.
So many whoopsie doodles.
A do-over?
No.
I mean, normally you couldn't go back to the same point in time, but I can hold off the time ghosts, and then you could go back and change things again. Yeah, we could do that, or we could keep doing what we've been doing, but go back and find a time where we could try and fix things.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie to you, we would probably have to spend, like, a lot of time there.
Maybe we should just pretend like this never happened and we can just ask Beth to find us a time anomaly for us to fix.
This
let's
is
go
life
with
now.
that one.
Hypercapitalism is the future.
Maybe fixing the time anomalies that she finds would actually fix the future.
I think Mr. McQueenie's option would be the easiest.
Okay, here's what I reckon. I'm with Ralph for one reason. I don't know how the hell we would go to a Flashpoint place and fix the capitalism but also preserve the inclusivity that I feel like requires more finesse than our group is currently capable of, as far as like what would we do in that point to make that happen. So I kind of am inclined to vote for McWhinnie's option.
I am with Effie. I want to do a flashpoint in history. My reasoning being, I have a lot of reasons. One of which is I don't want Effie to have to go back to the person who could mind control her again.
I think this is going to make you the deciding vote, Dr. Van Helsing.
I was thinking, when it comes to flashing, there are few groups of heroes that are more familiar who have ventured through the territory of flashing before. I think a flashpoint is the way to go.
Hey fam, sorry to interrupt this jaunt through the timeline with something as boring as ads, but here are a few words from our sponsors. Hey honey, I can't seem to find the stylish song from the 90s, Zoot Suit Riot. It's almost like the song doesn't exist.
Of course it doesn't, silly. That's because in this timeline, the Navy men in 1943 were arrested before they were able to go on their week-long rampage of hate crimes.
That's incredible! With all the traveling through time and different timelines, how do you keep track of everything?
It's easy. I use Did This Happen in the Timeline I'm Currently In.com. It's a great website for people who find themselves traveling through time. It helps me keep track of all the irregularities of the different places I've been. It also lets me know really small details whenever I enter a new timeline, such as, did you know that during World War I, German Captain Burnt fired on his drinking buddy British Commander Edmund Rhodes, and Rhodes surrendered so they could get back to drinking?
No way! I thought it was the other way around.
Go visit Did This Happen in the Timeline I'm Currently In.com right now to learn more, because the more you know, the less likely you'll be hauled off by mutant monkeys who are hell-bent on world domination.
Just like what happened last week!
Did This Happen in the Timeline I Am Currently In.com is most definitely not managed by a band of mutant monkeys wanting to take over the world, and will most definitely help you in your travels through time and space. Visit today to get your first 3 timeline checks for free. Hoo hoo ha ha. I mean, time travel safe.
Hey fam, thanks for listening today. It's been really awesome doing this show for you guys, and we love to hear from you. And so if you have questions or comments, please reach out to us on social media. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, pretty much anywhere that you're on media socially. So are we. If you want to rate us on iTunes or Spotify, that super helps the algorithm, gets our show out there. But the number one thing you guys can do, please, if you can, just refer us to a friend. If you know someone who likes actual play podcasts and weird superhero time travelers, just let them know about us, and maybe we can grow our family a little bit. Thanks guys, have a great
I am pleased that you guys would like to use the hard work that I have been working on almost nonstop for the past few weeks. Thank you very much for joining me on this. I propose that I send you to West Virginia in 1912. You will be working to help some labor strikes be successful, as in this alternate history they were unsuccessful, but if we make them successful, then we can improve the future successfully. However, I must give a caveat to this. This will probably be a longer venture than you are used to. Of course, you are welcome to continue using myself as your room and board, and I will provide all of your necessities, but you might experience some minor side effects being out of the time void for so long.
like aging. All right, well, fair income, guys. I reckon we go for it, eh?
Right. I am excited to hit 18 years old in a different time period.
Let's not think about it too hard.
Gee whiz, how does that work?
Well, when your body goes through certain changes,
All right,
and just then chaos
hey,
hits
Ralph.
the.
And here we go.
Don't worry, Ralph. It's all taken care of.
Yeah, years that you age before you're born just count negatively towards your life total. You're fine. All right, we are going to West Virginia.
All right.
I grab a pair of cowboy boots out of the synthesizer.
Cowboy boots with cargo shorts?
Yep.
Dear God.
Full send. I also grab a pair of zippable legs and attach the bottom half of my cargo shorts, making them cargo pants.
Nice.
Replace my onesie for a flannel.
All right.
We land on the Shenandoah River.
Actually, you land near an area called Paint Creek. The day is May 7th, 1912. The cams outside of Beth show a verdant green landscape. On the horizon, you can see plumes of dirty smoke. Trees line the sky, except for in particular places where they appear to have been torn down on the top of low hills. Small shacks scatter their way across the horizon. You are now free to exit the building.
What does Beth look like?
You won't know till you get outside.
I go outside and immediately turn to look at Beth.
Beth is a massive statue of Santa Claus holding coal in both hands.
Wow.
Nailed it, Beth.
I am very
I
talented,
pat
thank you.
Santa Claus on his butt/butts and move towards the nearest town, I guess.
You get shocked.
Ah! Damn politically correct Santa Claus.
Shar makes sure to dress in not super fancy time period appropriate clothing. Wants to look like she's one of the people. That's all.
Van Helsing will finally change his wares.
What?
I wear gray, rough linen pants and a gray, rough linen shirt.
Are you trying to look like you just escaped from jail?
No, this is just how I imagine the people dress.
Okay.
Ralph's gonna follow suit with Shar and change his clothes to be more period appropriate, but he doesn't know what period appropriate is here, so...
Shar makes him do a whole fashion show.
Oh, cool. Gee, Beth, what should I wear?
Oh, I have many outfits for you to choose from, Sir Ralph. If you would like to try each one of them on one at a time, then we can rate you on a scale of 1 to 10, and probably every single one will be a 10 because you are very cute.
Neato!
Can I say how proud I am that all of you have decided to wear period-appropriate clothing?
I'm literally wearing cargo pants.
It's actually close enough to period-appropriate that no one's going to
Yes!
I'm wearing a black trench coat.
Of course you are.
Nice.
Okay, we pick an outfit for Ralph, and then everyone follows me outside.
Yeah.
All right. As you make your way down the county road towards the nearest town, you're passed by a group of men in fine blue coats riding quick horses.
How do we know they're quick?
They seem pretty fast.
Damn, those are some Kentucky Derby-worthy horses, guys.
These are cowboys. That's the cavalry.
The faces
Ralph,
of the men...
are you smart?
No.
Ouch.
Faces of the men behind
Why are you
the
so mean
coats.
to him? What the hell, man?
Ralph, I'm so proud of you for bringing your knowledge into this experience.
Yeah, alright, good job, Ralph. And I hand him a Kit Kat. Keep moving.
The faces of the men behind those blue coats are hard, and they do not swerve out of the way as they pass you, coming within inches of clipping you as they go down the road.
But you can hear
God
them whisper under their breath as they pass. If you have time to lean, you have time to clean.
What the hell are they?
What the fuck?
As you come closer to the town, you see a group of people wearing laborers' clothes. Standing outside one of the houses, men in blue coats are throwing the contents of the house into the street.
Is the cavalry supposed to be doing that?
I don't think so, Ralph. I don't think they're the cavalry.
Those aren't cavalry, son. Them are detective men. Baldwin Felt's detective men.
What are they trying to detect exactly?
I was going to ask the same question.
I got you.
Hive mind.
Yeah.
I reckon they're trying to detect strikers.
How funny! Why would there be strikers? That seems crazy.
You don't think there's good reasons to be striking?
I didn't say that. In fact, if you know any strikers, we're doing some detecting of our own.
Hi. We're kind of new here. We're kind of new here. Please forgive my friend for just forgive him, please.
I bow the cowboy hat that I have suspiciously just put on my head.
You bow it?
Yeah, like I bob it, you know, like in apologies.
Are these people gonna be okay?
Yeah, we'll take them to Holly Grove with the rest of them. The people will be all right. The goods, the man looks up at a light sprinkle that's starting. Probably not so much.
Can we help them at all?
Yeah, how do you intend to help, young lady?
I mean, like, can we, like, gather their stuff or, like, make the detectives stop?
You interested in making the detectives stop? That'll make you braver than all these men here.
I mean, what will they do to me? Thanks, Effie.
They've killed before.
We've been
At the
killed
very
before.
least, they're all duly appointed lawmen in this state now.
The women and children, too?
There's some 1984 bullshit up in here.
How are you that you do not know the Baldwin Feltzman?
You know, we're not from around here.
I get up from rubbing some dirt into my rough clothes, and I say, I've been on strike for 50 years.
What the hell? Who is this gentleman?
Everyone turns to look at Van Helsing like, where did this come from?
Go ahead and roll rapport, Van Helsing.
Ooh. +3.
The best roll he's ever done.
Well, old timer, my name is Frank Keeney. I'm sort of a leader among these men. We certainly could use your help in organizing our strike. You see, we have had less union participation than we were hoping for. This here's what we call a wildcat strike.
A wildcat strike. One of the
Your voice
3
changed.
kinds of strikes that I'm aware of.
Frank, is this house or like are these things important to your strike? Like, is it worth putting up a fight right now?
I mean, these things are important to Ma Blizzard, but I suppose we can get them after they've moved on to the next house.
They're gonna move on to another house?
All the strikers are evicted from their home, miss.
This is the time to act. We have a
These
crowd.
are company houses.
No. Oi, Doc. We've learned nothing if we haven't learned to take it easy and not just run headlong. I don't think McWhinney's going to hit the reset pop button every time we die.
Shar walks forward towards the detectives.
Okay. Shar, you approach the men in the blue coats. One of them, who actually has silver buttons on his coat,
That means he's
bends
fancy.
from breaking a chair against the ground to look at you.
How's this detecting?
Stay out of our way, miss. We don't mean you no trouble.
Hi. I'm kind of new around here, and I was just kind of hoping that, you could explain to me, what you're doing, and also maybe show me around. And she, gives a little hair toss.
He looks you up and down. Well, it's very simple. These men and their families have disobeyed the grounds upon which they are employed and housed at the company's desire by going on strike. Therefore, they no longer have any rights to live here or use any of the utilities hereby included. So we are removing their goods from the location upon which they have no claim, and they may then take them wherever they please. It's all perfectly legal. You see I have a badge, and he flashes a badge to you. I was just instated this morning as a deputy sheriff.
This morning? Wow. Are you, pretty fast at climbing the ladder?
I don't really have to climb the ladder, miss. My name, you see, is Lee Baldwin.
Ooh, so you are the ladder.
Nepotism.
Everyone here is under my command.
Okay, cool. I'll be right back. Maybe. Shar shuffles back to the others, and she goes, all right, group, huddle up. I think we should build houses.
Good idea. Also, maybe we can get that guy, to do a bad job at his job because he doesn't really know what his job is, since he was only hired because he's related.
Yeah. I think that half of us should try and find the people that are not joining the union, and half of us should try and help the people that are currently in the union.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Especially we need to get to those non-union members and rise up in their leadership or convince their leadership to.
If they're non-union, do they have leadership?
To join the union. It would be a loose leadership, probably.
Mr. Frank Keeney.
Yeah?
Where would we find the people that are not joining the union?
Well, right now we have most the Paint Creek mines, not technically unionized, you see, but under strike. The next real trick is to get the Cabin Creek miners organized, and we currently have about 7,500 on strike. We're going to need the other about 14,000 that work in the Cabin Creek area.
Okay.
Keith, those are very big eyes that you're giving me right now.
That's a lot of people that we have to convince to go on strike.
Print a newspaper.
Now, we do have a secret weapon who should be here just a few days to help.
All right. And do you know what the situation, what is the company doing to continue their operations? Are they hiring people to replace the strikers? What's going on there?
First train came today. Most of it was these Baldwin Felts men, but we're also getting some of these Chinese folk coming in. We're planning on stopping up the trains.
Solid place to start. Sabotage, always helpful.
No, don't sabotage. I think that if we could just talk to them, then maybe they would help.
Now, miss, do you happen to speak Mandarin? I reckon
well,
I don't.
Yes.
Funny you ask.
Oh, yes.
Our group can be a liaison between you and them.
Huh.
I mean, it's going to be helpful to have more people on your side, right?
That is a tool in the arsenal, as they say.
Yeah.
I didn't know for sure that y'all were rednecks. Do you have your bandana?
No.
Are we supposed to have a bandana?
Now, young man, you should know that all the great communist socialist workers of America wear the red bandana.
We're not communist socialist workers.
And if you are, you should have your bandana. That's how we can represent each other.
Are you saying that communists are great in America?
Well, you're talking to one right now, young man.
Damn it! Ralph?
At the very least, socialist. Communism,
Ralph?
socialism.
Now, Ralph, listen, I know this is a trigger for you, but as an Australian, I can tell you, socialism, not all bad, all right? Communism, yeah, it takes it too far. Just chill, okay? Don't get that baseball bat out just yet. Just relax. Let's hear the nice gentleman out, all right? Sorry, socialism and the C word are big triggers for young Ralph. Yeah.
Trauma. He's been shot in the head.
I don't really know how to respond to that.
With a baseball, it's fine.
Sean head with a baseball.
Listen, we like to be a little bit more circumspect so that we can, be liaisons, as they say, and be party to both sides. So we'll hold off on the bandanas, but just know that, we have similar goals. Now I feel like the Mr. White of this episode, and I don't like it.
Excuse me, but Mr. Frank Keeney, if you all wear bandanas, then can't they identify you really easy and then discriminate against you?
Well, you see, we're already on strike. It's not like it's a secret anymore.
Okay.
Itty bitty tankini. What color? Bandanas?
Red bandanas?
Oh.
Well, how about instead of stopping the trains, you let the trains come, we'll do some communication for you, and in the meantime, we can definitely try and help get those 14,000 miners for you.
Yeah, you just got 5 new secret weapons.
I can intimidate them into leaving work.
I can use every weapon that we can get our hands on. Until we get the United Mine Workers to fully support us, we have an uphill battle.
I am a weapon.
So those of you that would like to come and help the strikers, you can come with me to Holly Grove. The rest of y'all I'll direct over to Cabin Creek.
All right. Well, I reckon I'm going to try and help out with the imported labor workers and see if I can get them on side. Anyone want to come with me for that?
Van Helsing quietly leaves your circle and approaches the two sheriffs that are tossing all the things out of the houses.
Uh-oh.
Can I help you, old one?
Yes. It is not me that needs help, but it is these people that you claim to help and protect. And I block him from entering the house again to throw more things out.
Okay.
Stepping right into the plot right there.
You stand in the rough doorway of the company house.
Zoo starts to limber up.
The two men in blue look at you shocked. And then Lee pulls out his long revolver.
Oh, geez. I thought they were going to beat me up.
Points it directly towards you. Now, old man, move out of the way and don't do nothing foolish, and you'll live to see your grandbabies again.
Zoo walks up and puts a massive hand on the shoulder of Lee.
Actually, as you start to walk up, I just I give you a look that says just to leave it alone.
Wait, are you sure it's not the tabletop look?
Yeah.
You raise your eyebrows?
No, I don't raise my eyebrows. I just give you a quick, shake of the head.
Okay. I hold back.
You really think that you need that to take care of me? Am I so threatening that you would resort to lethal force when I am just trying to help my brothers and sisters not to spend a night out in the rain?
Do I need lethal force? No, but it sure is fun. And then he flips his pistol around, grasps it by the barrel, and smashes the butt down on your head. And I would like you to defend this with physique.
That is average.
Which is 1?
Yep.
1.
Okay, that will be a 5-shift physical hit.
Oh, gosh.
Your consequence will be bloodied skull. The other Baldwin Feltz agent laughs under his breath and also holds his revolver by the barrel to bring down on you. At the same time, you see several other men in blue coats look out from nearby houses. And the men who are with the group tense, and you can feel Frank Keeney shaking next to you. For those of you who are standing in the crowd, you can see that a lot of the miners had concealed weapons of their own, and some are just openly holding rifles. The Baldwin Feltz detectives and the miners are squaring up. It's hard to see exactly how many men there are of the Baldwin Feltz agents around. Since I am a magnanimous god, each of you can choose to take an action right now, and then we will fall into some sort of order.
Okay. I approach the guy, and I put my hand on his shoulder, and I gesture around subtly, and I'm like, is this really what you want right now? Are you prepared for this fight?
Are you trying to make this a provoke or a rapport roll?
I think more of a rapport, which they're the same for me, but I'm trying to get him to back down, not provoke him into a fight.
But you're undoing my actions.
No. You already made the action and the violence accelerate. I'm just trying to make this not a battle right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're undoing the action I was going to take next.
Okay. Well,
Go
I may not
ahead
succeed.
and roll that rapport roll.
My
for
rapport is not good, and I got 1 negative and 3 blanks, which means I got a +1 for rapport. So don't worry,
Okay.
Nathan. I'm not doing shit.
Lee shrugs out from under your hand. I think perhaps you misunderestimate this situation, sir. And he nods subtly, and you can see one of the other Baldwin Feltz men walking away from the rest of the group towards the train station.
Someone should stop that guy, though.
I can stop him.
Effie, web him. The first shot fired is her biomechanical web fluid.
Can I use my rocket boot to get in front of him?
Okay, so effectively moving a zone is a quote-unquote move action, and then you can choose to talk or do whatever. You jet boot up, there's some oohs and ahs, and a little bit of screaming from someone somewhere as you jet boot in front of this man. And now what do you want to do?
Where are you going?
Well, miss, I don't reckon that's really anything you need to concern your pretty head with. Now, I recommend you stand aside. And he flashes to you his pistol.
I turn my arm into a pistol and flash it back and say, I'm making this my business.
Nice.
I'm concerned.
All right. What sort of roll would you like to make for this? This feels like provoke.
I guess it's a provoke. Oh, good. I rolled 3 pluses and I have 1, so that's 4. I'm so provoking.
This detective looks a little bit unnerved, and he says to you, that is indeed a mighty fine piece you have somehow attached to your arm, you freak of nature. However, we've got even bigger pieces over by the train.
Oh, that's what he was getting.
Oh no.
I'm afraid you're not going to get any bigger pieces, even if they're chess pieces or checkers pieces from the train.
That's going to conclude this interaction here. Who would like to take their next action?
Go on, Nathan.
Okay.
Do it.
Face to face with duty action. I would like to try and give the crowd a buff.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a solid choice.
I stand up from where I'd been knocked down. A little bit of blood trickling down my face. I spit a bit of blood near the shoes of the officer who assaulted me. And I raise my voice loud in a loud speaking voice. And I say, if it hadn't been for this company, I'd cotton that you would all be much better off. Some of you have been married a long time ago. And then I gesture to the guy who punched me and I say, where did you come from? And then...
Where did you go? Where did you come from,
I cotton.
You're doing it!
I love a Cotton Eye Joe joke more than I should.
And then I gesture to the crowd and I say, where will we go? And then I menacingly glare at the officer and say, where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? On the last syllable, I fire my revolver into the air.
Whoa! You can see like an earbud dangling out of Van Helsing's ear as he's clearly listening to music right now. Good thing it didn't skip to Beyonce Single Ladies or something.
Go ahead and give us a roll for face-to-face with duty.
I don't have to give a roll.
I don't think you do either, but why don't you do it anyway?
No, don't give in, Nathan. Don't. You don't have to roll. Plus 10.
It was
45.
I mean, if it's just a fate roll, it's +1.
It's a rapport roll.
With rapport, it's +4.
Okay. Carries over the crowd. You can see the miners around you tighten their hands on weapons or pull revolvers out of belts, and they advance forward towards the Baldwin Felts detectives.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right, this is happening.
And they all get +1 physical or mental stress.
Yep.
I think Shar wants to try and hurry over to the train. As Effie is like blocking this guy from moving forward. She overheard that conversation and is like, Van Helsing and Zoo have it, packed down here. So I want to go and try and destroy that. And she kind of says to Ralph, like, hey, do you want to have a repeat of the cart into the water kind of thing?
Gee whiz, what are we driving this time?
Just see Ralph on a train caboose looking out the window. Yippee-ki-yay, mother truckers! And he just goes.
Yeah, so Shar wants to run over to the train and check and see what's up and how they can get rid of it.
Okay, we will go ahead, and if you'd like to be close enough, we could say sure. It'll be 2 zones away. You can spend your turn getting over there, and I will tell you what you see in a little bit.
Okay. Are you going to move with me, Ralph? You don't have to.
Oh yeah, I'm going to the train, man. Trains are amazing. Trains are super neato.
Yeah.
So everyone now has taken their free action that you all got because I like you so much.
Yay, thanks, Logan.
Thanks.
All right. What is our respective notice scores, everybody?
+1.
+2.
1.
3.
My average notice is average.
All right. Your friend Shar.
Yes.
Over to a train, just like the one that you've seen in the photos that come with special Lone Ranger memorabilia.
Yes.
You can see the puff of the engine, and you hear shouting after the shot that rang out from Van Helsing's revolver. You see several more men in blue coats rushing off the train, and one of the doors slide open, and there's roughly 20 men and a machine gun.
Oh my goodness.
Slice it in half!
Take it out!
Okay, how close am I?
You can move and act on the train this turn.
Cool. So I can intimidatingly hold it aloft my mighty bat and yell, "By the might of Sir Tiffany's sword!" Like right in front of them.
Okay. Would you like to roll provoke for that?
Oh, I do have provoke.
Are you gonna get
but this
shot
time,
in the head
This
again?
time I have a helmet.
Yeah, because those are designed to withstand direct machine gun fire from very close proximity. Your helmet's gonna look like a damn cheese grater if this thing actually gets a shot off.
And I immediately put my shield up in front of my face.
All right, what was that provoke roll?
That was actually a 5.
Okay.
It was great.
Nice.
Try to intimidate these professional thugs who are
Try.
called detectives. And you see some of them stagger back and shout things like, "What in God's name is this?" However, the majority of the men instead level weapons. To our next character in line, who is Lee Baldwin. And hearing Van Helsing's incredibly stirring speech, he decides the best thing he can do is make Van Helsing stop talking.
Oh no.
So here comes another pistol whip aimed towards your gut. And go ahead and defend with physique or athletics.
I wish I could show you guys this roll. And I have 2 already on my physique, so that's 5. That's superb.
Nice.
All right.
Hey, another superb.
Just hits your rock hard abs and bounces off when the handle breaks.
Oh, yeah.
So the good news is you are currently 2 shifts over Lee's pistol whip attempt.
Nice. Love it.
I mean, I'm just deciding how many different things I want to trigger here to get damage on Van Helsing. How bad do I want this? It's fine. We'll let it stand. You stand up and you take that pistol whip. Tell me exactly how you manage it.
Menacingly, as it just kind of like hits me in the stomach and nothing happens, I say, "He brought disaster wherever he went. The hearts of the girl was to hell broken sent."
What the hell? What did you
ran
say?
away so nobody would know, and left only men cause Cotton Eye Joe.
So I think that Shar definitely has a little bit of PTSD from watching Ralph literally get shot through the head before. And she really has been reluctant to use her good vibes only up until now. She's really wanted to try and solve problems without that. But seeing Ralph, the center target for these 20 men and a machine gun, I think she panics a little bit. And she runs and stands in front of him with her arms like stretched to either side in a very protective stance. And she goes, "Hey, oh wow, who thought that we would meet you guys here? It's our fortunate day to have so many friends. We really just want to make sure that everyone here is having a really safe time. And I'm really worried that you guys are not really interested in having a safe time. So how about we all just take a step back and we're just gonna calm down and we're all just gonna be friends because we only allow good vibes here." And she will I will spend a fate point to use good vibes only. And that's going to be a +9 to rapport.
Ooh.
Okay. You see the guards relax, and the one behind the machine gun gives you a smile. He says, now isn't it just kind to meet a person who actually respects society around here? Why don't you come with us and you can see what happens to people who don't, my friend? And the guards surround you and attempt to continue moving to the center of town, but they're friendly towards you and everyone within 50 feet, which is also...
Ralph?
Yep, Ralph.
What about Effie? Is she close?
Nope, not close enough.
Okay.
Char links arms with Ralph as they're being shuffled and is like, well, maybe I won't see you die today.
Gee, why would I die? I am a knight.
How about you keep your voice down?
You there, sir. You look like a paragon of order.
Of course I am.
Will you help us bring
knight.
order to this town?
Ralph.
How about I help you help me bring order to the people that are being villainous in this town?
We are here to defeat the lawbreakers, the criminals, the oath breakers.
The only lawbreakers I see are the breakers of the law that bring bigger weapons to people who don't have weapons.
They have some weapons.
Oh, yes. I mean, little weapons.
All right. Slowly, with linked arms, the detectives and the machine gun trundle their way out of the train. And Effie, from your perspective, closer to the train, you are able to see the guards linking arm in arm with Char and Ralph, marching with a mounted machine gun slowly towards the center road where the conflict is happening. And this is the calm before the storm.
Thanks so much for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Adventure Machine. Now don't forget, Thursday afternoon, Cousin Ryan has his first mayonnaise eating competition. We expect him to take first place. Don't miss it.